is up, guys, and thanks for tuning in to Vitamin D TV. I'm Vitamin D, and today I'm getting my first boat. So if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. In my previous video, I broke the news to my subscribers that I will be getting my first boat ever. So one of my coworkers and I were talking about going fishing for quite some time, and he just turns around out of nowhere and says, you know what, I'll sell you the boat. So he has this John boat and it's been sitting for a little while, and he sent me some pictures of it through text message, and he told me that if I wanted it, then basically I can go ahead and buy it from him. And I took him up on his offer. It's a 14-foot John boat. We don't know too much about it. It has a Nissan 8 horsepower, I believe, 2-stroke, and it's got a trolling motor on the front, 2 seats. But anyways, I got big plans for this thing. It's gonna open up a lot of opportunities and videos and content for you guys. If you want, stick around and we're gonna go check this thing out, pick it up. And I got my little truck right here waiting on us. So we're gonna make the trip out to my coworker's house and we're gonna pick up this boat. Let's go, guys. Woo! Alright guys, so it is now the next day. We did end up going and getting the boat, but it ended up getting dark on us. So he lives about an hour away. I had to drive out there, and he showed me a few things on the boat. And he ended up giving me quite a few things to go with the boat. But before I give you guys a tour of the boat and show you all of its features that it comes with, I mean, it's just a little John boat. There's not too much there. But I want to go ahead and tell you guys that I'm super excited because this is going to open up a lot of avenues for the channel. And I hope you guys are excited too, because the future content from now forward is going to be amazing. And I can't wait to get out on the water with this thing. I can't wait to take you guys along these adventures that we're going to be doing on the channel. And we're going to be hooked up, man. We're going to be doing a lot of great things on the water. And I can't wait to take you guys with me. So without further ado, we're gonna give you guys a little small tour of the boat and show you what all came with the deal. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's go. Alright guys, well here she is, my little 14-foot John boat. So this is my first boat ever. This is a Fishmaster 1457. I'm pretty sure the 14 stands for how long it is, and I think the 57 stands for how wide she is. So as you can see, it came with a few things. It's not just a bare John boat, but it has a front seat here, got the rope for the front. It has a battery that I have on charge. Has a secondary battery, which is awesome. And then it's got the rear seat, as well as this nice little Nissan 8 horsepower. So that's what's gonna be propelling me, guys. The guy that I bought it from, Ed, he's my coworker. He was so generous. He gave me everything he had for the boat and some. I can't thank him enough for what he's done so far and what he continues to keep doing for me. So as you guys can see, the boat is pretty dusty. It was sitting under his carport for a while, maybe a year or so, and he thought who better to sell his boat to than D. And I really appreciate you for that, Ed. And I gotta say, I can't thank you enough, Ed, for selling me your boat, man. So Ed was kind enough to throw in a battery charger, a trolling motor, which also came with the boat. It came with this spare tire right here, as well as this rear tow hitch. So we're not sure if this tow hitch fits on my truck or not, but I will find out here soon. But yeah, guys, here's the boat. I haven't even stood up in it. I haven't sat in it. I haven't done anything to it yet other than take that cover off. I took that cover off last night just to see what it looked like underneath there, just in case I had to do any kind of mechanics to it. He said that the motor was good and that it had just been gone through before he parked it. It is a 2-stroke, so I know the fuel in those likes to settle and it gets kind of gunky. So we're going to clean out the tank, and we're also going to put some new gas and oil mix in there and see if we can't get it running top notch. I'm pretty sure it should still be good though, because he gave me his word on it. But one thing I did notice last night when I got home and I was curious, I just wanted to take this cover off, was that there is something lying underneath this hatch right here. So we're gonna pull it off and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. You guys might find this interesting. You ready? Oh man, look at that. Okay, so from my understanding, what we like to call them here in Florida is dirt daubers or mud daubers, whatever you like to call them. But these are like a hornet type of wasp or whatever you want to call it. And what they do is they suck up mud and they come and they make a nest out of mud. And then they'll lay their larvae inside of these nests. And they'll come back and they'll feed their larvae over time. And then the larva will hatch and then it'll crawl out of the hole. So as you can see these little holes in here, that's where the larva was living in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and chip some of this away. I don't think this nest affected any of the mechanical components, but we're gonna chip this away just to be sure, and we're gonna make sure that there's not nothing under this nest that may have got any kind of hornet's mud in it. So we'll do that now. All right guys, I got you mounted on the chesty so that I can have both hands free, but I also have this Phillips head screwdriver to chip some of it away. But I kind of think I want to go in just hands first. So we'll just use our hands, our bare hands, and we're just going to try and chip some of this stuff away. Now, if there are any hornets or whatever these things are inside of here, I don't think they'll be at a mature enough stage to where they can sting me. So I'm going to just try and grab some of this stuff in hopes that it's not going to fall deeper inside of the engine. All right, so I'm going to just try and chip away at this stuff without making a mess. Oh wow, it came off in one piece. Okay, so it's kind of wrapped around the spark plug wire right here, and that just chipped away. Okay, so that's good, that's good. We're just gonna sit this down on the ground right here. Maybe we'll dive into that later, but we're worried about the motor now, so we'll take the rest of this off. All right, sweet. So that chipped away a lot better than I thought it would, especially if I would have used the screwdriver. So looking at it, I can tell you that there's no components underneath here that could have been affected by this thing, this big nest. And I saved myself quite the mess by using my hands. But everything looks good underneath there. It could use like a brushing off or maybe even blowing out or something, but everything looks good. I don't think we got any mud or anything inside the motor or nothing like that. All right, so we got a little bit of mess to clean up inside of there, but other than that, everything looks good. So he told me if there's any fuel left in here, I might want to dispose of it somehow. I got a burn pile over there that I'll probably pour it on and go ahead and burn some of those sticks and stuff from Hurricane Sally. But yeah, it looks good. I'm really impressed. The motor looks really clean inside. There's not like any pools of oil or anything. So yeah, I'm stoked about that. All right, just to show you guys that I did get a trolling motor with the boat, I went ahead and pulled it out of the garage and mounted it up for you guys. Looks like an older Minn Kota Power Max. I think that's what it is, the Power Max 52. So it's a 52 pound thrust. Should pull me around pretty good in this little boat. But yeah, there you have it. Alright guys, so there you have it. My little boat, my first little boat. I'm super excited about it. I can't wait to get in it, do some fishing, actually go explore some new waters, and see if we can't get on some good fishing and good content, good fishing content for you guys. So yeah, there's the boat. And the reason why you need a boat here in Pensacola, Florida and surrounding areas is because we're surrounded by beautiful, beautiful territory that is endless. It's endless, guys. You can get out there. It's a great hobby for kids to get involved in. It teaches them discipline, and that sometimes you catch fish, sometimes you don't. Sometimes good things happen in your life and sometimes things don't. Sometimes things go bad, and we just got to learn to live with that. If you guys have an extra $1,000, $2,000, shop around, see if you can find a kayak, see if you can find a little John boat or something like that, and get out there, go fishing, and enjoy life, man. Just get out there. All right, so I'm gonna end it with that. I'm Vitamin D for Vitamin D TV. If you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. The channel is constantly growing. And actually, I think I want to do one more thing before we get out of here. I got some shout outs that I haven't done in quite some time. The channel has grown exponentially over the last few weeks or months. And I want to shout some of you guys out. Make you guys feel special and at home. All right, let's go. We're gonna get in some shout outs. All right guys, so I'm gonna do some shout outs, but I'm gonna try and go through these pretty quick. We also have a lot of shout outs to go through. So yeah, let's get right into them. So first of all, Matt Lane Fitness, Mason the Track, Voke Hydra, The Fishy Life, Dazed But Not Confused, Unsung Angler, One Xander One, Jacob Qualls, Gene Dexter, Psycho 133. Let's move on to the next page. Pat Warber, David Johnson, Jeff Morrison, Joey Bastard. That's Bass, B-A-S-S-T-A-R-D, Bastard. That's cool. Deb Schaefer, Joe C, Eddie Gilly, C Time M, Jessica Brown, Wanda Baldridge, Mutton Chops Man, Ariel View, Thomas Yang, Julie Schmidt, Ali, Shipper Shippy, 34V Wright, Rebecca Jones, Michael M, Hi Wen, Sean, Jerry Rouse, Micah Jones, Deborah Trudell, V Mays, John Fedorkowitz, Shannon Locke, Tiana Smith, Terry Greg Sr., Barry Frost, Alvaro Labaton, Mitch Kimbrough, John Leonard, Jamie Sanders, Mike Kilchrist, Chucky B, Randy Grantham, Michael Reed, and John M. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. The channel is constantly growing, and I can't say enough about how much I am so impressed with the channel's growth. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. The more subscribes I get, the more videos I'm gonna post, the more I'm gonna strive to do better. So with your motivation, I'm gonna be out on the water. I'm gonna be out doing something exciting. Just be sure to be tuned in. I'm Vitamin D for Vitamin D TV, and we got our first little boat, guys. Let's go. I'm out. We'll just take this little guy off, and this one looks like a fresh nest. Oh man, wow, that one kind of popped.
That was gross.